False start. Offense.
The conversation around Laremy Tunsil is hot here in the city of Houston. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. Laremy Tunsil is the topic across all of social media, sports radio, anything that has to do with Houston sports. You best believe anything that has to do with that game yesterday. Laremy Tunsil is the centerpiece of it. And man, it's not pretty to say the least. It was an abysmal game. We all saw it. Laremy Tunsil, I believe, had 6 penalties thrown on him in yesterday's game. The whole offensive line wasn't pretty either. And needless to say, it has to improve. We all know, though, that this offensive line, I've said it before, I'll say it again, this is only the second game they have played fully healthy. But I will harp on that in just a few minutes. While you're at it, guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. So again, super appreciative of every single one of y'all that has liked, commented, and subscribed. So go ahead. I know y'all are upset. Let it out. This is a safe space to vent. Go ahead and vent in the comment section. What do you think about Laremy Tunsil? What should the Texans do with Laremy Tunsil? I'll answer some of those questions. You know I'm going to reply. Remember, I am the most passionate Houston sports fan you're going to find here on YouTube. The Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. We will be getting into some Astros stuff in just a bit because the playoffs are right around the corner. I can smell it, and I can't wait. Yordan Alvarez knee contusion, nothing new, nothing different, nothing crazy. A knee contusion is just fine, similar to a thigh contusion for Justin Jefferson. For all my Astros fans, okay, let's flip the page right now. We're going back to Laremy Tunsil, and he is the topic of conversation. LT, not pretty. O-line, not pretty. Texans, disgusting. 34-7 was the final score yesterday, and the talk in the centerpiece and the conversations were around the offensive line because Laremy Tunsil had 6 penalties thrown on him. I believe it was 6. I could be wrong there. Maybe it's less, maybe it's more. Who knows? To this day, I still think Laremy Tunsil is getting flagged for false starts.
False start. Offense.
For illegal formations, and it is ridiculous, man. It was the worst game I have ever seen mentally for the Houston Texans. It's the worst game in the D'Amico Ryans era, going on to his second year. Laremy Tunsil,
false start. Offense,
wears a C on his chest. He is a captain on your team. Laremy,
false start. Offense,
decided after the game to really not take any accountability for it. You know, he mentioned a little bit that, you know, he's got to be accounted of it, but so does the rest of the team. It's kind of like a backhanded slap, you know? It's just like, okay, yeah, I'll take account, but so does the rest of the guys. You know, no, you're a captain on this team. That's not something I hear from other captains on this team. I seen CJ Stroud, who has a C on his chest, say, hey, I got to hold myself better. I got to hold myself accountable. And Laremy Tunsil,
false start. Offense,
decided not only to point the finger at everyone else, but point 4 more, as they say, back at them, 3 more, whatever they want to call that. Laremy Tunsil,
false start. Offense,
was probably the worst performance I've ever seen from somebody that considers himself an all-pro left tackle, somebody that considers himself one of the best left tackles in the game, your highest paid player on the team being Laremy Tunsil.
False start. Offense.
And he looked abysmal. He looked like shit. Let's put it straight out there. He looked like dog shit. All right, I don't know what the hell that was there playing at left tackle, but that was not the Laremy Tunsil.
False start. Offense.
That I thought we were accustomed to, or maybe we overrate Laremy Tunsil.
False start. Offense.
Ourselves. Maybe we feed into what he tries to talk about, and what he tries to hype himself up on is, oh, I should be an all-pro left tackle. He ain't Trent Williams, and he wasn't no Andrew Thomas. I'll tell you that right now. He ain't Penei Sewell either. I'm sick and tired of Laremy Tunsil.
False start. Offense.
I'm sick and tired of the false starts. We saw Andre Ware. If anybody missed it, I dropped that short. This is coming from Figgy Fig. Appreciate him from Sports Radio 610. Dropped the clip of Andre Ware going off on Laremy Tunsil.
Full start. Offense.
If anybody wants to watch that little clip, it's just a good little snippet of it right at his first false start. There's a good snippet of it here on the channel, right down in the YouTube short section. So
every week, though.
To go ahead and check it out. Laremy Tunsil.
Full start. Offense.
I think he's overrated. And we had conversations. Hell, I had a conversation on this channel about trading him 2-3 years ago to the Cincinnati Bengals for their first round pick. And damn it, I wish we did it. I wish we did. Laremy Tunsil.
Full start. Offense.
Showed to me yesterday that he picks and chooses when he wants to play. He picks and chooses. All right. And next week, we're supposed to have a bounce back game from the offensive line. That's what we're expecting, right? No, that's not what I want. I want the Texans offensive line, specifically Laremy Tunsil.
Full start. Offense.
A guy that doesn't show up to minicamp, doesn't show up to the training camps, doesn't show up to practices, has his veteran days and whatnot. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this guy. I'm tired of it. The guy didn't want to play for the rest of the year because he supposedly had an injured thumb or whatever. Y'all remember that? He sat out the whole year as we continued to lose game after game after game because he had no interest in playing football that year because we sucked. Sure. Do I blame him? Not really. But you're a football player. You're supposed to go play football. You think Joe Thomas wanted to go out there for, a decade-plus career and stink it up with the Cleveland Browns year in and year out? No. Laremy Tunsil.
Full start. Offense.
Was a captain on this team, and he needs to start acting more like a captain instead of like a big old bitch. He decides to throw the accountability card not only to himself but the rest of the team. Nah, man. Everyone else holds themselves accountable, but not this guy. No, man. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. They want to talk about the referees and them being inconsistent. Sure, you can look at it, and yeah, Laremy Tunsil's
full start. Offense.
Pretty deep in there when you're talking, Paul's deep into the pre-snap, and you see where he's lined up. I get it. Yeah. Did the referees were inconsistent? Sure. But you can't use that excuse every single time this happens, man. I don't see the Vikings using that excuse. I didn't see the Vikings have a problem this Sunday lining up correctly. And you know what? Maybe you'd line up more correctly if you showed up to the mini camps, you showed up to the training camps, you showed up to the voluntary stuff, and if you showed up to everything that's withstanding, all right, when you see that the center and Juice Scruggs and the offensive line have problems with the cadence sequence, yes, that was Juice Scruggs bobbing his head up and down. Titus Howard got called for a false start. That's all cadence issues. They weren't lined up. And guess what? You fix that shit and win. Preseason, something Laremy Tunsil
full start offense
doesn't show up in. You fix that shit in training camp and mini camp and all those other stuff, all that stuff that Laremy Tunsil doesn't show up in. That's where you would fix these minor little issues. It's something that's so minor, but really just destroyed the game yesterday was continuous penalties. You'd get a big play and there was a penalty that drew it back. You had a beautiful play to Nico Collins right out the gate, and boom, there was a illegal formation or whatever on the offensive line. It is tiresome. It is frustrating to see 78 being called for every damn false start, for every damn illegal formation. If this guy's supposed to be a captain, he needs to start playing like one. He needs to start acting like one. And if not, bench his ass. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.
Full start offense.